Hey, what's going on, guys? Anyways, it's the last Viking TV. Anyways, I got a special report for you guys. We got Binance live with his AMA on Binance. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get me out of the way, and we'll go ahead and we'll watch him. Enjoy.
U.S. exchange ran by our partners. I will not go into a lot of that, but I think Catherine Cooley and our team in the U.S. have their own AMAs, etc. BUSD is working really well. BUSD is actually listed on 34 non-Binance exchanges. So it's actually listed on a very large number of other exchanges now. So and BUSD is also accepted by the Bermudian government for tax payments. So that's a pretty significant milestone. And we think that other countries or regions will probably follow very soon. It's interesting to hear that BVI is launching their own stablecoin, which is our digital currency, which is really good. There was a couple of questions. We are very open to work with governments around the world to push adoption. The next question is really adoption acquisitions. So we made a couple acquisitions in the last week, was announced last week or so, but we have been working on those deals for quite a while. So we acquired the P2P trading platform, WeatherX in India, and also DApp.Review is a team in China. And there's a lot more to come. I can't really talk a lot about a lot of the acquisitions in the pipeline, but we're looking at a very wide variety of a very wide spectrum of companies that could potentially be used. We can work together to help the blockchain industry. So they range from like leading crypto projects to traditional companies, including banks, etc. So we're always looking for more ways to grow the ecosystem. So and also in the crypto space, in the blockchain space, we're always looking for like-minded people with similar missions that want to drive adoption to join our team. And there are many strong entrepreneurs. Like Nis Chow is a star, and like Nis Chow, like Victor, like the DApp.Review founders. So they're all very strong entrepreneurs, and I think most of them can do a better job at what. I think all of them can do a better job at what they do than me. So we want to attract stronger talent. Speaking of that, we're also very actively hiring. So we need iOS, Android, front-end, web devs, almost any position you can imagine we're hiring. The best way is to look on the Binance homepage and see if any positions are available on the careers link. So that's pretty much the topic I wanted to cover mainly, and so I'll spend the next little bit of time going through the Twitter questions. Is Cooley single? It's a personal question. I don't know. I do know, but can't talk about it. So questions from Twitter. So from Lucas Modowski, I think almost every AMA I've answered his questions. So Binance is about to become a very large crypto custodian. How to improve security further so everything remains safe and convenient. So yes, security is always the most important question, or most important task for us. And we have been revamping our security a lot. We have had a couple instances, and those actually helped us to focus on security much more heavily than many other exchanges. So we are working with many industry-leading security firms and consultants with us, including FireEye and SlowMist and many others we don't name. We're probably working with more than a dozen security firms around the world. And we're constantly revamping our security infrastructure. I can't disclose a lot of the things we do because they involve security. But we are moving. I think our current framework is a lot more advanced than most other crypto exchanges in the world. So, being one of the biggest exchanges, yes, and one of the biggest custodians, we are willing to invest very heavily in security, and most other exchanges are just not able to match that. So that's that. Next question from Andy Motion. What's the next big goal for Binance in 2020? So I think we have a very simple goal. We want to enable more access to crypto. So right now we see that there's a lot of most of the access on ramps are not very fluid. So we want to add more fiat on ramps, so fiat access directly to crypto. So this is why we're adding a lot more fiat directly on Binance.com. So that's one of the biggest goals for us. So that's that. Third question from Micro Money. I'm wondering if you plan an IPO, or maybe most of the value of BNB will be captured through of Binance will be captured through BNB. It's very important for the long-term value of BNB. All the best for Santa. Yeah, I think I answered this question in multiple occasions in various different forms. We are not planning to do an IPO. At least no plans right now. Things may change, but IPO takes a couple of years to plan, and we don't have any plans right now. We do want to focus on the long-term utility of BNB. Now BNB is really the ecosystem coin. There's hundreds of players in the ecosystem, and Binance is only one of the players. So we see many other people helping in our ecosystem, and we really appreciate that. So we kind of help each other out in that front. Yes, but I do believe BNB's long-term value is in the utility of BNB. From Tanko Deck, will you ever release XRP futures? Well, we are supporting multiple contracts on futures, so careful what you wish for. I don't know exactly when, so we'll see. When will the Christmas Binance event take place to close the end of 2019 as a surprise cryptocurrency gift from Sarah T. Kartika? I guess my team actually told me to look out for a Christmas tree on Monday. I actually don't know what that means. I'm not directly involved in all of the initiatives in Binance, and I actually don't know what the Binance event looks like for Christmas. But I guess look out for a Christmas tree. Next one. So from Pato 95 Arim. How Binance was surviving on certain markets like India? Okay, interesting question. I think every market, every business is uncertain, and there's always uncertainties and also risks in every business. And as a business or as a project, we just gotta deal with that. I do believe my understanding of India is there's a proposed bill that's not passed yet, and it doesn't look like it's gonna pass, at least from the information we're getting from the community. Maybe the community I'm talking to are more blockchain communities. We look for the best team in India, and we found one, and it's Wazirax and Nischel's team, and we're working with them very closely. They're running really far in front of everybody to sort of make that market work. I think he has a lot more on the ground knowledge and specific knowledge about India, and I truly believe that he will be able to navigate any uncertainties in the best way possible. So I'm very confident about it. Next question. So from Holdingsman, is the recent change in Burn protocol allocating team tokens to the Burn negative for BNB price? The team was probably the most committed holder anyway. Now tokens are burned that were only technically in circulation, right? So yeah, I think there's a lot of misunderstandings about the token burn. Fundamentally, the team allocation is already unlocked. Well, part of it, actually more than 50% of it is already unlocked. So the team can do anything with it the team wants, and they were holders, so the team tokens wasn't moving either. But at the same time, the revenues from Binance or our other BNBs, BNBs are they're not non-fungible coins, so they're not NFTs. So each BNB, one BNB is the same as the next BNB, so it doesn't matter which BNB we burn. Our revenues belongs to the team in a way as well. Our profits belongs to the team, so it really doesn't matter which coins we burn in the financial sense. But the really important point is that the total supply is decreasing when we burn coins. So, and we will continue to do so. So it doesn't really negatively so using one way or another should not negatively or positively impact the price at all. Once people understand the financial constructs behind, it's really hey, look, if I destroy from one account versus another account, we own both accounts, right? So it doesn't really matter that much. So there's a lot of confusion about that. Hope that clears it up. Um, from Crypto Philip, DeFi has emerged as a very important and large trend. I think this will grow into 2020. Does Binance intend to get more involved to create more DeFi-based solutions in 2020? Yes, absolutely. So I agree that DeFi is super important, and it's very active right now. And there's a number of experiments and there's a number of projects getting traction on DeFi, which is really good. So we do. There are a number of DeFi projects on Binance Chain, and we're also trying similar projects. Where maybe we call them CeFi on Binance.com, including lending um, and other products. So I do think it's going to be a very important and big market because anything that the traditional financial space has can be replicated to the crypto space, and I think they're going to be very big. The next one. So can I get a same hat worn by CZ Binance? I'm ready to donate 10 BNB to Binance Charity Foundation from Shahid Ali. Well, this is a pretty low-cost hat, probably like 0.5 BNB or something. I really appreciate the gesture for donating to Charity Foundation. We'll find a way to give you this particular hat. Yeah, so my team really got this hat for me yesterday. Don't expect too much. It's a low-cost hat. So next one. Is SEPA transfer plan for Europeans or residents of the economic area Switzerland in the near future? I like to use, I try to avoid mentioning competitor names or peer names because they even offer a direct debit. Binance offers more options, but unfortunately only has a connection to credit cards from Louis Key Bartels. So yes, we do intend to support SEPA transfers for Europeans. So that's pretty much the short answer. We are working on a number of fiat currency access at the same time. So the exact timing of when we enable which one is a little bit up in the air. The team's really working on it, and we have multiple teams working on it. And whenever they get it done, whenever they get one thing done, we launch it. So actually, we don't have a lot of detailed planning. So it's really a lot of things moving at the same time, and then whatever gets done first gets released first. So, but SEPA is coming. The next question from a Toasted Coins 92. What's your favorite breakfast bagel sandwich? Actually, speaking of that, I actually haven't had a bagel sandwich for quite a while, so maybe we gotta look for one soon. Yeah, back in the so I did eat a lot of bagel sandwiches in Canada, usually topped with Philadelphia cream cheese. It's one of the best, so I gotta look for that around here soon. Next one, to the moon. With Binance entering potentially tricky geographies such as India, do you plan to actively initiate conversations with regulatory bodies, the governments with a view to regulate crypto? So again, I think I answered the India question already. But overall, everywhere in the world, we are working with multiple governments very closely, and we are very open to conversations with regulatory bodies. And it should be a conversation both ways. Many of them come to us proactively asking for advice, and we're really happy and we're really appreciative of those agencies because they show a very willing attitude to work with us or to work with industry players. And in other places, we proactively try to approach the regulatory bodies and try to work on get things working. So yes, we are working with multiple regulatory bodies around the world. I guess the next question is also from To the Moon. With lending setup and margin products available, do you plan to introduce loans too? I think we already have loans and lending. It's called lending on Binance. So if you Google Binance lending, you'll be able to see it. Next question from Indradi00. Mr. CZ, what is the key to your success until now? Interesting. I think fundamentally, the reason to Binance's success is our ethos of protecting users. I think in this industry, there are in a new industry, there are many scams. There are many projects who are not putting this as the most important thing. And for a crypto trading platform, protecting users is actually one of the most important things. So we make a lot of decisions based on this. And over time, I think our users get it, and the Binance brand and the Binance brand and reputation and credibility is very strong in this market because of it. I think basically long-term credibility is super important for success of any one person or any one project or any one company or organization. So I would say that's probably the most important thing. The other things are important, like having the right product and having the being able to do marketing well. All of those things are important to bootstrap yourself. But I think in the long run, it's really the values and ethos and credibility that's important. Next one. So got new products to introduce before 2019. I guess end of 2019. And if not, what can we expect for 2020 from where the crypto? So again, as I said just minutes ago, Binance is a pretty decentralized team with multiple teams working on multiple things. We have a direction that I set or that we together set, and but when exactly products come up is really random. So I actually don't know too much ahead of time when different products are going to come up, and I'm not involved in every product development. I'm not involved in most product development nowadays. So they come out when they come out. I actually don't know the answer to that. The next one: do you expect Binance to be listed, or do you expect Binance to be as big as it is today, being one of the trusted names in exchanges? From Dusty Luza. Okay, I guess this question is: did I expect Binance to be as big from the beginning? To be honest, honestly, no. Initially, we were just trying to make the product work. So initially, when you start a project, you focus on product, just making sure that you build the best product that people like and people will use. But I think we got lucky with the market timing, and we were doing the right thing, and our ethos really helped us grow really quickly. So I think now because so now I think right now we're a very good example of if you always do the right thing, it actually helps you in the long run. So I really hope other projects follow this mentality as well. Also from Dusty Luza, do you even have a spare time for a hobby or pastime activity? What is that? Actually, I do have spare time. I do relax. I do I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of reading and also listening to audiobooks. So I use Audible. I jog or swim depending on the temperature. So when it's cooler, I jog. When it's hotter, I swim. I do get a bit of exercise every day or every other day or so. Other than that, I do eat, drink with colleagues, with friends. So I'm a very normal person. So yeah, there's nothing magical or special about it. So next one from Andy Motion. I guess we have a couple from Andy Motion. When lending will be accessible from PC client and other features added to the website. Yeah, so the most of the features that's available on the website are going to be available on all of our clients. So I think that one's coming soon. Again, I don't know the exact date, but I do know that it's being worked on. Will there be 2 IEOs this month? Also from Andy Motion. Again, I'm not sure. I think we just finished with the Troy IEO, and usually it takes usually this does take a lot of preparation to get the IEO launched. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of coordination being done. So I don't know when the next one's going to come, but we're doing 10 to 20 every year. So roughly 1 to 2 a month, depending on which month it is. So again, I don't have a direct answer to that, but we will continue to do IEOs, and I've said multiple times that I believe very strongly in the fundraising aspect of blockchain. I think that's a killer app of blockchain. So we'll continue our IEOs at the pace that we can support them, or at the pace we can handle it. It's really limited by our capacity. We have a small team that can only handle so many projects, talk to so many projects at the same time. So as long as we can do that, then we will continue IEOs. We want to help strong projects raise money from around the world and help build our industry, build other industries, etc. So I think that's most of the questions we collected from Twitter. So I'll try to get a few questions from from the chat if they don't scroll too quickly. Somebody calls me a liar. I don't know why they joined this AMA. So yeah, I mean, we don't really get involved in debates, but we focus on building. So we build products people want to use, and if you want to use the product, then you are a user. If you don't, there's no obligation to. Binance from DCT Moonland. Binance cards for gas. This is scrolling way too quickly. So I think there were a lot of requests for a Binance brand or either debit card directly. Hopefully, people can spend their Binance balance directly on using a debit card or a credit card. We are working with a number of partners on that, and but those things actually do go through the traditional financial channels, and they are a bit slow. So we're looking into that. I don't know exactly when they will come up, but we're definitely looking into that. Tied with that, we actually just released a new feature where if you withdraw from one Binance account to the deposit address of another Binance account, it's handled as an internal transfer, so it's instant and zero fee. And we believe that a few iterations down the road, that this particular feature is going to have some really interesting impacts, potentially with payments, etc. So we're looking at that as well. From BTC Moonland, thanks for answering your question. You're welcome.
So, I hope you enjoyed this AMA with CZ, the CEO of Binance. And if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscription button down below. And if you liked the video, please share with all your friends and family and give a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Last Viking TV is out.